It is week 9 in the NFL season, and we are back again for your priority waiver wire show. We will cut to all of the things that are important that you need to know heading into week 9 and who you should pick up, who you should maybe drop, and how to get through this end of the regular season as we actually start preparing for the fantasy playoffs. With Charlene, I'm Justin Bowerly, and let's get right into the show.
You're watching Priority Waivers only on Fantasy Now Plus.
Charlene, I meant to do something all day, and that was to do the audio or even a video of Cam Newton going, "I'm back." But I failed. But I am back. I am back from Italy.
Welcome back.
I don't know if I'm recharged, as one might say, after a vacation. I feel more tired than I was 3 weeks ago, but
I feel like that's pretty normal to need a vacation from your vacation.
Yeah, I need another week. Just being around, like not doing anything. But today is National Chocolate Day. Thanks, Zach. Glad that we're all back here today to talk about fantasy football. I actually got to just sit down and watch football and not worry about the fantasy aspect. In fact, I think I might have checked my lineups maybe 10 minutes before, and I was like, oh crap, that thing called fantasy football, I got to do that. While being gone, my good teams are good and my bad teams are bad. So
not much has changed.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Nothing has changed. I'm glad to see that there were no major injuries while I was gone. Then I come back and
technically you were back when they happened.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. So here we go, guys. Hear me out on this. When Justin is out of the country, Justin Fields sucks. When Justin's in the country, Justin Fields is good, except for the Buffalo week. Okay. So I guess I have to be in the country. However, when Justin's out of the country, no major injuries. When Justin's in the country, there's major injuries all the time. So maybe we just need to send Justin out of the country permanently. So if you guys want to fund that, please let me know. We'll get right on that. But wait, did Drake London have a major injury while I was gone?
Not a major injury.
Just an injury. Just some time.
Was a last minute like, hey, he's not playing.
Wait, was I still here when Mike Evans got hurt? I think I was. Yes, I was. I don't know. Okay, well, it was a long time ago. Craig, what's up, man? Oh, that's what you were saying, Drake. Okay. Yeah, we'll talk about Drake London here shortly, I'm sure of. Wait, what is Drake London's status? Potential return of key starters from injury. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. He just was like a scratch this past week because he didn't want to play with he's day-to-day with a hip injury. Okay. Yeah, apparently he didn't want to play with Kirk Cousins. But honestly, like apparently Bijan didn't want to play with Kirk Cousins because that entire Falcons offense sucked on Sunday. They were bad. They were bad.
Yeah, that was interesting. But
who would have thought? Like we're coming up on the trade deadline. You would have thought maybe Kirk Cousins might have like balled out and maybe got some trade offers, but
I'm not gonna lie, that's kind of what I was expecting, and it did not go that way at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's talk about. Yeah.
It's a weird week.
Let's talk about some. Don't even start with the Jets. Okay. That Joe Flacco needs to retire because okay. So let's start with the injuries before we get to the bye weeks and the rest of the list because we have 20 players on the list today in week 9. So usually this list gets shorter, Charlene.
I mean, longer. Every week it's more injuries and more injuries, and so then the list just doesn't get any shorter.
Yeah, so let's start with out for the seasons. Cam Scadaboo, dislocated ankle. That it looked like his
That was awful.
It was like a Chris Godwin injury. That was bad. He is out for the rest of the season, and if he's on any sort of timeline that Chris Godwin was, we might see him halfway through next season, because we got to remember Chris Godwin went out week 7 of last season, maybe week 8, so right around the same time. And Chris Godwin's not even at full speed yet. Now, Chris Godwin is much older. I will say that he is much older than Cam Scadaboo, but Cam also plays a very physical game and needs his legs to drive. So we'll see.
Cam's also crazy. So
Cam is crazy. Cam could be back in 4 weeks. We don't know. We don't know, but I doubt it. That would be crazy. He comes back in 4 weeks to play. That would, oh God. So yeah, he is out for the season. You can safely drop him unless you're in a keeper league or dynasty, obviously. But the other one, Carson Wentz, the quarterback for the Minnesota Vikings, has had shoulder surgery on his left shoulder. He is going to be out for the season. He played.
The fact that he was even playing with that,
baller.
Yeah, he came out that second half and all of a sudden had like a bionic arm. Like
that's how you
like,
know
what is happening there?
JJ McCarthy is that bad. And he was on our list.
What
we're going to talk about JJ McCarthy, actually.
Is it that he's that bad, or is it that like they just don't want him? They're really trying to get him back to 100% before throwing him on the field.
I mean, maybe, but you could put another quarterback in the game.
Yeah, that is wild to me that they just were like, no, you're good. Go ahead.
Yeah, Carson, go ahead. Maybe they just want Carson's career to be over. I don't know. But Kevin O'Connell is like the quarterback whisperer to revitalize quarterbacks' careers. So maybe they were trying to get Carson Wentz to.
I don't know, man. That's
be good again. Saquon Barkley has a groin injury. He is off this week, luckily. So don't need to super worry. He was RB3 this week, but groin injuries do linger. So that could something you definitely need to watch. I'm a little concerned about this heading in further into the season. Quinshon Judkins also has a shoulder injury. Again, on bye week this week. However, this is definitely something to worry about, and we will talk about that a little bit later. Michael Penix Jr. had an injury that kept him out of this last week's game, which brought in Kirk Cousins. Something to watch. Ricky Pearsall also missed time.
It's still the ongoing. He's always he's looking like he might play. No, just kidding.
He's a 49er. He's just going to be injured. Daniel Bellinger is missing some time with a neck injury. Something to watch.
Same neck injury he had before. So
yeah, that's never good. Never good. And then, of course, we've got Mac Jones with a day-to-day with a bone bruise. I'm not laughing. I'm not laughing at Mac Jones. I'm laughing at the situation that is
the whole situation. I just gotta laugh to keep from crying.
Sadly, yes, that is true. So yeah, these are players that are injured this week. That are players that you need to be keeping an eye out on, and players that we are going to help you try to fill the gap.
Fill the gap. There you go.
Mine the gap
Mind
is
the
what
gap.
they
That's
say
the
in
underground.
The UK. Yes, that's the underground. This is bad already.
Keep drinking my coffee.
Bye weeks this week: the Browns, Jets, Eagles, and Bucks. So we're looking at Samson and Judkins, Njoku, Fannin, basically the same. I didn't include any other players other than those 4 because.
So it's 2 less teams on a bye this week, but still the same amount of starters.
A lot of
basically,
players, yeah.
Right.
I'm going to say Justin Fields because Justin Fields is the starter. Don't care what Aaron Glenn thinks. Tyrod Taylor. Unless they want to go 1-16, I guess they should start Tyrod Taylor. But Garrett Wilson.
I think they're good now.
Garrett Wilson's out, which he's been out the last 2 weeks too, but he should return in week 9. Breece Hall, Mason Taylor, Jalen Hurts, AJ Brown, Devonta Smith, Saquon Barkley, Dallas Goedert, Baker Mayfield, Egbuka, Bucky, Irving should be coming back soon, but this is the perfect time for a bye week to really get rested up.
Yeah.
So missing a lot of actual playmakers this week, basically on the Bucks and Eagles, and I guess Breece Hall and Garrett Wilson. News: Michael Carter was cut yesterday, or released.
Yes, he was
from the Cardinals, meaning Zonovan Knight is the only running back. It's the only running back for the Arizona Cardinals because Trey Benson's not ready to come back yet. And let's go ahead and just talk about Zonovan Knight. Did not get any points last week. Did he even? I don't even, oh no, he was on bye week last week. So
he was on bye. So no, he did not in fact get any points.
RB 170. Here we go. He did not play last week because he was on a bye. But they are rolling in with just Zonovan Knight.
Yeah, I mean, he's the RB1 now. I mean, there's got to be a trade in the works somewhere.
Has to be.
But until then,
has to be.
Bam Knight, RB1, and I guess DeMercado is the RB2. I mean, he got benched, but who's behind him?
This is the one I'm not really trusting. Truthfully, unless this is like a Xavier Scott, don't pick any of these guys up if you don't need a running back. If you are like, Justin, I have Tyler Goodson starting this week. Okay, sure, go pick up Zonovan Knight, but like if you can make it through this week without having to pick him up, I wouldn't. I'm not wasting my time on him because, like I said, it's the Cardinals offense, and I have once Trey Benson comes back, I think it's Trey Benson's round.
So,
and they could trade.
We're still looking at a couple weeks though, right, before he comes back. Still. Yeah, I mean,
Kyler Murray is a thing. Like maybe that's the running back. maybe they run Jacoby Brissett and Kyler Murray as the running back.
Yeah, there you go.
Perfect. That's a better option than Zonovan Knight.
Perfect.
I'm just saying.
As long as they have Brissett at quarterback.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you. See, they knew I was gone. I'm glad I was missed.
They
probably
noticed.
wasn't missed, but I'm really interested in some running backs on the waiver wire, such as Gordon, Spears, Neal, Bigsby, Davis, but I would have to drop one of Mason, Pollard, and Dart. I think, Mason wasn't even that great. And Aaron Jones is back.
Right.
Yeah, AJ, Aaron Jones, same thing.
I mean,
I'm
all these guys.
There's two on this list that we're going to talk about.
Yeah, I mean, they're on our list, but all these guys that he's listed are also in a timeshare.
Yes. But it's navigating the timeshare of what we got. So actually, let's just talk about the one that I want to talk about here. Tyjae Spears, 17.2 points last week. He was RB12. He's been RB20 of the last 3 weeks. He has returned from his injury, and Tyjae Spears looks good. He finishes RB12 in a game that was completely out of hand for the Tennessee Titans. There was one time it was 14-7, and then it was like 48-7, or 38-7, or something like that. It was bad, but he came out 17.2 points last week on just 9 rush attempts. He's not getting more than 10 rush attempts, but he is getting involved in the passing game. Yet. He did have a touchdown. He is becoming the workload because Tony Pollard got 6.3 last week.
So while you were gone, the last 2 weeks, I have said that Spears was going to slowly be taking more work from Pollard.
And he did.
And lo and behold.
we said this last year too. It was Tyjae Spears they want Tyjae to be a thing.
Yeah, he's a thing.
Take time, but he's the thing.
He's the thing. So
it does not shock me in the least that Tyjae's the first Okay, second week that Tony Pollard has done poorly are the 2 weeks that Tyjae Spears has double-digit points.
Right.
This is
So
like a Kenneth
honestly,
Walker, Charbonnet
yeah.
situation here, and I think
Uh,
the tide is leaning towards Tyjae.
if you need a running back, like he is at the top of my list.
Yes, he is absolutely 100% at the top of it should be at the top of everyone's list. He's
Yeah.
40.9% rostered, so he's likely out there. He does have a bye week in week 10, so after he will be off next week. But if you just need him to fill in for a Saquon or a Breece Hall or a Judkins, this is the guy. Like, go get him.
Yeah.
He will be fine. They got the Chargers, which is tough, but it's doable. It's truthfully, it's doable. Again, he's getting better each week. He did find the end zone. And he is actually getting more. He's over 50% snap share, which Tony Pollard is under 50% snap share.
Right.
In both good games that Tajay has had. So
going back to the question then, would you drop Mason for Spears?
yes.
Same.
Yeah. We're there now.
Yeah.
I'm curious what Mason will do with JJ McCarthy back.
Right.
But with Aaron Jones also back, I think they lean more back towards Aaron Jones. Mason only got 35% snap share last week, 4 rush attempts in Aaron Jones' first game back. Aaron Jones, the dinosaur, his first game.
Right. Well, yeah. I think Spears definitely has a safer floor. So yeah, I would feel very comfortable dropping Jordan Mason for Tyjae Spears at this point.
Agreed. Okay. Let's see. Next person. Who do you want to talk about next?
I mean, stay on running backs. This one will be really quick. We'll talk about Tank Bigsby. So they're on a bye this week, but he is absolutely 100% in handcuff territory now. So if you have Saquon, you should have Tank Bigsby on your bench, especially given how this season is going with all the injuries that keep happening. Don't stress yourself out. Just pick up Tank Bigsby, stash him on your bench, and then you never have to worry about it again. Honestly, even if you don't have Saquon, if you have a bench spot, pick him up and stash him.
Mm-hmm.
That's where we are now with Tank Bigsby. Jesus, tongue twister.
You might even be able to pick him up and then trade him to the Saquon.
That's what I'm saying. And honestly, get him while he's cheap. They're on a bye this week. Yeah. So if you've got that spot, this is the week to get him.
That's the best thing that I'm learning in like guillotine leagues is that like all these players that get cut off the roster and then you go to like pick up.
Yeah.
They don't show up there because they're projecting week 9 points. And then you got to remember, oh, he's on a bye week. So people are going to forget about Tank Bigsby this week because he's on a bye. Yeah, this would be a smart week to get him really cheap, probably even free, except for maybe the Saquon manager. Will Rico Dowdle get more with Hubbard splitting? I think so. I think I saw Dave Canales yesterday said that they're leaning more towards Rico Dowdle. And
I wish they would just lean completely towards Rico Dowdle, but yeah, at least they're leaning more.
Paid so much money for Hubbard though. That's
and
gonna be tough.
Yeah, it is frustrating. It is really, really frustrating. I was listening to XM radio yesterday and Howard Bender said, I hope I get to run into David Canales soon. And when I do, I hope I'm in my car. I just I mean, that's where we are.
Let's talk about Theo Johnson. With Daniel Bellinger out with a neck injury, we're going to probably miss some time with a neck injury. Theo Johnson steps into place here. He only had 5 points last week. He's rostered in 21.1% of leagues, but finished last week as tight end 24, which is not good, obviously, but tight end 15 over the last 3 weeks. Again, now we're thinking about, Daniel Bellinger being out, Cam Scadaboo out, Malik Neighbors out, we're looking at Tyrone Tracy, Devlin Singletary, Wan'Dale Robinson, Darius Slayton, and Theo Johnson. And Theo's done well. He's done well.
It's Wan'Dale Robinson, Theo Johnson.
Yes.
That's where we are.
Yeah.
So we know that he's Dart's security blanket. And I think that's going to be even more so now. He's got no Scatterbo by his side. And there's no Bellinger to take any snaps from Theo Johnson. So it's Theo Johnson time.
It's definitely Theo Johnson time. There, no question about it. Let's talk about somebody who was only rostered in 24.8% of leagues. Even though he's wide receiver 7 over the last 3, wide receiver 13 this past week. Josh talked about this yesterday, how Drake May just has bums to throw it to, but we're talking about wide receiver 23
bombs or bums
so far. He's throwing bombs to bums. Wide receiver 23 on the season so far. The last time that he did not score more than 13 points was against Buffalo in week 5. He did have a 3-week stint where it was yikes, but 2 touchdowns, 1 touchdown, 1 touchdown in the last 3 weeks, 4 total on just 12 targets. 4 touchdowns on 12 targets. I'll take that. That's 1 every 3 passes.
I mean, we're talking about safe floors. If there was ever a guy with a safe floor, it's Keyshawn Boutte. High floor, high ceiling. What more could you ask for?
Right. And just gonna throw this out there. LSU wide receiver. We know how those guys go, how those guys do. So
yeah,
I think this is a safe pick. I'm definitely picking him up if I have a Garrett Wilson, if I have a Devonta Smith, AJ Brown, Egbuka. Like, one of my guys is out, and he's on, and Keyshawn's on the waivers. I'm picking him up, no question about it. Everybody, thank you. I'm glad people love me. Somebody has to. I have H.A. and Jacobs Vital as my main running backs. Back to that question. H.A. and Jacobs and Vital. I mean, yeah, but actually, I just thought about this. You have Pollard here too. Pick up Spears, drop Pollard. Also, I would drop Mason, but
you know what? I think you're right though, because
Spears and
if
Pollard,
you have Pollard and Spears, you're gonna have a headache on your hands every single week.
I'd rather just I'm going in the Spears,
right?
Exactly. I don't think it's Pollard.
Exactly.
I'd rather just go drop Pollard, pick up Spears. You already have your 3 running backs that you need. Vidal is going to be interesting once Marion Hampton comes back.
Yeah. Do we even have a timeline on that?
A couple weeks. He's still in a walking boot. I was looking him up because I thought he was out for the season for some reason, but I was wrong. But he should be back here in a few weeks, I guess. But
all right.
Next up, let's see. We've talked about Keyshawn. I want to talk about Sam Darnold, Mr. QB 96 last week. He was on bye. So
right. 0 points again.
0 points last week. I don't know why he's on this list. No, Sam Darnold. Why?
Are you tired of talking about him yet? Because I'm tired of talking about him.
Well, okay. So QB 19 on the season so far, and that's strictly because of week 1 where he had 5.4, in week 7 where he had 9.6. Then he was on bye last week. I don't think that is indicative of what he is, because who he's throwing the ball to.
He's been very consistent otherwise.
He has Jackson Smith and Najigba. Like, that's pretty good, right?
Yeah.
And I'm stalling here because I'm trying to find. He has QB6 from weeks 2 through 6.
Yeah.
And if we want to add week 7, because that was the last week he played, he is QB 10. So even with a poor week against Houston, he's still QB 10. Over the
like
if
I
you
said,
just remove
Mr.
out
consistency.
Yeah, he's consistent. He's scoring. He's protecting the ball. He's doing really well. And he has Jackson Smith Najigba.
Yeah.
I don't know why he's not rostered. He's not rostered in enough leagues.
No, he sure isn't.
26.9%. Come on, guys. Like we
Yeah.
can do better than that. I know this chat, everybody in this chat already rosters
Right.
him. So Stafford or Darnold off waivers this week. Why is Stafford on waivers in your league?
That is
Brian's in 30% of leagues that doesn't have Stafford, which is interesting. Okay, so breaking this down, I have to go back and actually look at stats because I have not watched football in a while. Stafford's also done QB 10 for the season. I think I go Stafford. He's rostered in more for a reason. So
I can't believe he's on waivers.
Again, he's on 30. He's in 30. Brian is in 30% of the leagues that don't roster Matthew Stafford. I'm going Stafford here. He's got better targets. He's got better. I mean, yeah, we have Jason, but he's got Devontae Adams. He's got Puka Nacua. He's got Kyron Williams. He's got an offense that is just loaded, and that Rams offense is just killing.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I do like to look at what have you done for me recently over the last 3 weeks. And Stafford over the last 3 weeks that he's actually played has 2 25-point plus games and 1 9.3. But if you go back to week 4, which is his last 4 games, he has 3 25-point plus games, 25 plus point games. Whereas Sam Darnold has 1 game this entire season over 25 points. I'd go Stafford.
Same.
One more question here. Who to drop for Tracy? Henderson, Golden, Benson, or Fannin? Not Henderson. I think Henderson's time is coming. Golden finally had a good game.
Do you think his time is coming, or do you want his time to be coming?
I think his time is actually coming. It has to be coming. Henderson. Let's see. So, okay. He had 10 rushes last week. 10.
He finally had a week.
High. Yeah.
He finally had a week.
75
but
yards, but he fumbled it. He fumbled a ball. He's getting more involved. I think, and Mike Vrabel has always kind of been like that. He didn't start Derrick Henry right away, shockingly. But I think
he loves Ramondre.
I don't know why anybody loves Ramondre.
That's the problem, though.
Outrushed by Ramondre by 4 rush attempts, but Ramondre is still seeing the field. I just don't think I want to give up Henderson quite yet. If we get further into the season, he's still seeing less than 30% snap share. Then okay. Benson is going to be RB1. Oh man, maybe
who are your other wide receivers?
Yeah, it's a good question.
Because Love and Golden, for whatever reason,
are not connecting.
Are not on the same page. Like they're not meshing. Something's up there. Like it's just not working.
Just looking at this, I'm dropping Golden for Tyrone, but I want to be.
That's where I'm leaning. That's where I'm leaning. Especially now with Christian Watson back.
Egbuka, London, and Tech. Okay. Yeah, I'm dropping Golden.
Yeah.
For Tyrone. Okay, next on our list, let's talk about some players that are worth a look, and let's maybe rapid fire some of these. We already talked about Kayshon Boutte. Let's talk about Mac Hollins. I can't believe it's 2025 and we're talking about Mac Hollins.
I'm telling you, seriously.
15.9. The Patriots just loaded it up. In fact, I was giving Brian a bunch of crap because the Patriots were only up like 9-7. I was like, or no, they were down 7-6. And I was like, what's going on with the Patriots? And then all of a sudden it was like 42-7.
Right.
Okay.
You're like, all right, we're going.
Sorry. Like it was almost halftime. Yeah, Mac apparently is rostered in less than 1% of leagues, which is honestly fitting. I think he's worth a look if you are desperate. He's not.
Yeah,
He had
definitely
one
a
really good
deeper
game. He had
league.
7 targets.
Yeah.
So, um, take that how you will. I don't know if those 7 targets, 7 receptions are going to happen every game. But if he can fall in the end zone a couple times more, then maybe something will happen. JJ McCarthy is coming back, apparently.
I
We
mean,
think.
we're running low on quarterbacks, so
This is not one I'm going out to just pick up. I'm not going to. He wasn't that good before his injury. I'm
this
curious
is
how
a
he
super
does.
flex 2 quarterback league.
Only.
Yeah.
Yeah. Am I happy JJ McCarthy is healthy? Is going to be healthy this week and going to play? Yes, because he is the only. My starting quarterback is on bye, so I need him to play against Detroit. But he's also playing Detroit, Dallas, Chicago, Green Bay, Seattle
Yeah.
over the next 5
Rough
weeks.
sledding.
This is going to be bad. If desperate, if absolutely desperate, and all your quarterbacks are going to be on
Well,
bye over the next 3 weeks.
so if Andy Dalton is playing, who who would you rather have?
You're asking me if it's Andy Dalton or JJ McCarthy.
Right. And I mean, that's a pretty obvious answer, right?
This better be like a 3 QB league.
I'm telling you, like, there it could be worse.
JJ. I guess I'd have to go JJ because he has Jordan
Right.
Addison and Justin Jefferson. It's the
It could
only
always be
reason.
worse.
It could be. It could be Joe Flacco.
Geno Smith?
Hey, he's got Tyler Lockett back.
I know. I had Tyler Lockett on my list of like, well, it's a reunion. It could happen. It could be a thing.
Christian Watson, wide receiver 29 last week. Is he back? Is Christian
He is
Watson back?
I
This
I I'd take a flyer on that. I mean,
his
listen,
first game back in
that's not bad for his first game
forever.
back.
4 targets, 4 receptions, 85 yards. Seems to be a deep threat. 12.5 points last night.
Definitely
No,
worth it.
Sunday.
He's worth a look.
He's worth a look. Yeah, I agree. He's
We
worth a
know
look if you're
we
desperate.
know what his potential is, right? Like we know what he can do. It's just a matter of 1, can he be consistent? 2,
Right.
can he avoid the injury bug? Because my God, if we could just get a full season. I mean, I guess technically we basically had a full season last year. I'm convinced he was just injured that whole year though.
I'm not convinced he's good, but that's just me.
We've seen flashes though. Like it's there. I don't know. Listen, I'm not saying go and blow all your fab on Christian Watson, but I'm saying he's worth a look. It's
fair. Let's talk
and it's
about
worth a look while he's cheap.
Yeah, that's fair. Let's talk about the Texans wide receiver room. Nico Collins is out.
Yeah.
Well, he's trending toward a week 9 return. Trending. Christian Kirk is dead. I don't know. He's another hamstring injury for Christian Kirk. He's the wide receiver too, but the other wide receiver, on the other hand, they have 3 options. Xavier Hutchinson, who scored 17.9 points last week, and his second double-digit game this year. Jaden Higgins, who finally had a breakout game with 8 targets and 13.4 points. He had a touchdown. Or Jalen Noel, who had his second week in a row of 11 plus points, but did not find the end zone. Jalen Noel, 13 targets over the last 3 weeks. Jaden Higgins, 11 targets over the last 2 weeks. And Xavier Hutchinson, 10 targets over the last 2 weeks. Similar to Vidal and Haskins. Who are you picking?
I'm going Noel. I think he's got the most upside. I think Xavier Hutchinson is is a big play guy, boomer bust, major boomer bust. The one that I'm taking off the list is Jaden Higgins, simply because as soon as Nico Collins comes back, Jaden Higgins goes back to not existing anymore. So he's the first one I would take off the list. But yeah, I'm leaning Noel.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Just look at their sizes and just without ever watching the Texans play, and you need to know, okay, how does this offense work? Nico Collins, 6'4", 222. Jaden Higgins, 6'4", 215. They play the same role. They do. They're their outside guy. Jaden Higgins had it explosive. He is the bigger guy on that offense. Hutchinson is 6'3". Okay, he can be another outside guy, but Jalen Noel is that 5'11" slot guy that can. He is their Tank Dell, in my opinion, and he has been more consistent over the last 2 weeks.
Yeah,
He's
and I think
getting
it's just
consistent
going to keep
targets.
going in that direction.
Yeah, as soon as Nico Collins comes back, I think they look more towards Noel instead of Higgins.
Yep.
2 rookies. Xavier Hutchinson, we've wanted to be a thing for 3 years now, and he finally had a good game. Other than week 5 when he had 2 touchdowns.
I was going to say
on
he's
3
had
targets.
a couple good games, but
He's had 2 good games this season.
That's sort of it. Is like that is the highest of risks.
He is the Rashid Shaheed of the Texans. So yeah, I'm going with Jalen Noel as well, right there. Wide receiver 34 last week. Okay, so let's talk about, we got Roman Wilson, wide receiver 10 last week. Do you trust Roman Wilson yet?
Not yet.
I think he's worth a look. 5 targets, 4 receptions, and a touchdown.
He's worth a look. Aaron Rodgers likes him, wants to get him the ball more. So
he has doubled his amount of targets this past week.
Yeah.
He had 5 targets headed into this week.
So I'm excited about Roman Wilson, but I'm cautiously optimistic.
Yeah, don't think I'm blowing a lot of fab on him. Don't think I'm blowing any fab on him, but if you need it, you might look at it. He's got Indy this week. Don't love that for him. Yeah, I mean, Roman Wilson did make JJ McCarthy a first round pick, but so did that rushing offense. Okay, the next 2 guys are on bye weeks also. Jahan Dotson. This is worth a look because of AJ Brown's injury.
Yeah.
11 points last week.
Yep.
Not great, but if AJ Brown continues to miss time, I think Jahan Dotson could be a good look there. Dylan Sampson, again, is another guy on a bye week. But if Quinshon Judkins does miss time, we already saw Dylan Sampson be a valuable back on that team. He will likely get that workload again. Hopefully Jerome Ford doesn't steal that from him. Because I think Sampson has worked his way into being that lead back when Quinshon Judkins is not
right.
playing. So.
I think Ford only steals that work from Sampson when Judkins is playing.
Yeah.
I mean, the Browns have Ford listed as their RB2.
Yeah.
But if Judkins is out, Ford does not slide into the RB1 role. I think Dylan Sampson slides into the RB1 role, but it's definitely still a split backfield.
Yeah.
So as much as we don't want Ford to still be a thing, he's still a thing.
I love Ford, but can we just make Sampson a thing? Like, I'd rather have Sampson. Let's talk about a couple people worth a stash. I'm going to let you talk about this one because I disagree with you.
P. Ryan. Chase Brown is no longer I guess technically this season he really wasn't ever what we all drafted him to be. And Samaje Perine is now coming in and taking a bunch of that work from Chase Brown. He went 9 for 94 and a touchdown this week. Chase Brown had 7 carries to his 9.
Chase Brown had 12.
He had 12?
Mm-hmm.
Where did I see? Hang on.
I also saw 7, but I think they updated Sleeper this morning.
Did they up? Oh,
yeah,
I mean, 9 and 12.
I'm sorry. I saw your stats and I was like, wait a minute, 7 doesn't sound right. He had 7 for, he had 12 for 73 and a touchdown.
12 for 73. All right.
Chase Brown found the end zone twice this week. Perine saw it once on a 35-yard busted play.
I mean, but still not counting the touchdown.
In the 35-yard busted play. That's 9 points right there. I mean, that's 8, but touchdowns count. That's part of fantasy. That's the part of fantasy that you want to happen. Count. So that's nice. I get it. I'm only going to pick up Perine if I have Chase Brown though. I don't think he's a running back out there that I'm going to rush out and get, because he had 17 points this week, but total for the entire season didn't even include 17 points. So he more than doubled his point total.
Right. I mean, of all the running backs that we've talked about, he's definitely down towards the bottom.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And we're talking 17
so points many other guys that you could go get ahead of Perine. Yeah. But if you're in a deep league, if you need help, he's out there. He's a body, as we keep saying.
But temper those expectations. He's got Chicago this week. They played the 0-7 New York Jets. Now 1-7 New York Jets.
Yeah. I mean,
So I'm not crying. You're crying. Mason Taylor, speaking of the Jets, tight end 7 last week. Yeah, I mean, Mason Taylor is good. I mean, he's good. He's worth a look. 14.4 last week.
Good on a terrible team.
Yeah, tight end 18 over the last 3 weeks. I'm a little concerned when Garrett Wilson comes back at how that changes, but Garrett Wilson also missed the week prior to that. He didn't get really involved, but he found the end zone for his first career touchdown on 8 targets. When he does get targeted, he does catch the ball. That's the thing. I mean, if you look at some of his previous games, he had 11.5 on 7 targets, 5 receptions there. He had 12 targets, 9 receptions. He had 17.7 that game in week 5. That was everybody scored points in that Dallas game though. But 8 targets, 5 receptions last week and a touchdown for 14.4 points. I think he's worth picking up. I think he's worth picking up. Yeah. I don't know that I'm going out to start him yet. Well, definitely not this week. He's on a bye, so you can get him for free. But he's got Cleveland coming up, so
get him for free.
Yeah. And then to last one here. This made my don't get fooled list because of Cam Scadaboo's injury. People are gonna think Devin Singletary because Tyrone Tracy didn't get the workload after Cam Scadaboo's injury, but when Cam went down, the Giants weren't in that game. They had to catch up. So they weren't running the ball.
Count that game.
Let's not forget what Tyrone Tracy was before he lost his job. He did even score 10.6 in the week before that against Denver, 7.3 last week. He's got San Francisco, Chicago, and Green Bay coming up. But Tyrone Tracy is the running back 1 in New York.
Do you see Devin Singletary taking any of that work from Tyrone Tracy? You don't see a split backfield at all?
I see. I mean, here's the Giants aren't running the ball in a way that makes me want any of these guys, truthfully. I mean, it's not like you have Saquon Barkley back there or Jonathan Taylor back there where your main running backs getting 15 to 20 rushes, and then like your RB2s getting 5, we're going to be looking at 12 rushes and 3 rushes. So I'm not confident that there's going to be enough workload for Singletary. Now, Cam Scadaboo over the last 4 weeks before he got injured, 25 rushes, 15, 19, and 16. I see Tyrone picking that up.
Yeah.
I could see him picking up 15 to 20, I guess. I know I just said no. So I see Singletary picking up Tracy's workload.
Right.
It was
That's
4,
kind of
9,
what I'm
like not a
getting
lot.
at. Right.
I don't think it's going to be enough. That's the thing.
No, it's enough to get through a bye week. It's enough to have somebody to stick in your lineup if you're desperate and need points.
It's enough if you're tanking for next season. But you want to go out there and say, I put in an RB2. I thought he was going to do better. I don't trust Singletary. I haven't trusted Singletary in ever. I do trust Tyrone Tracy. 2 guys. Okay, we got 2 guys on this list in this show that I want to talk about, of guys that I'm starting to lose faith in.
They are on the struggle bus.
On the struggle bus. They're on my one more chance list. And truthfully, guys, I do want to say this. If you can get a trade out of these players, trade them. Because they are worth it. People are going to see you drop these players and they're going to go, what? Why are they being dropped? And then they're going to spend a lot of fab and you're going to get nothing, but they're going to get something for a lot of fab. Trade them. Trade them if you can for something. First one, we're going to talk about Deebo Samuel Sr. Wide receiver 66 last week. He was injured last week, in week 7 against Dallas, which should have been like a big monster game for him. 5.4 against Chicago the week before that. He was having a pretty good season and he's just fallen off. Without Jaden Daniels, he's not good.
It's rough.
Yeah. So actually I'm looking. He's just been very mid all season, and Jaden Daniels isn't even like not even. There's no timeline on Jaden Daniels. There's a chance that he returns in week 9, but that's not guaranteed.
Yeah.
So Deebo Samuel, he's having a rough go at it. This might not even be the time to trade him. You hope he has a really good game against Seattle this week.
Right.
And
then trade him.
Because I don't think it's going to be a consistent enough.
I was so high on Deebo before this season. I had high hopes for him, and it is not panning out at all.
Raphael, I feel you, man. I also needed Ertz to get me 11 points to win a game, and he didn't. So
11 points. I lost by 0.08. That last interception that was supposed to go to Ertz, that was it. I was like, no.
If you get a good offer, Raphael, take it. If you get a crap offer, don't take it. Let him get some points this week, hopefully, and then get the offers in.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm trading Deebo if I can, for whatever.
Same.
The next guy. This one I think is worth more. He's more valuable.
He is.
And I can't believe I'm putting him on this list, but what has he done? Nothing. Kenneth Walker, RB 164 because he scored 0 points last week because he was on bye. But the 3 weeks before that, he has totaled for 19 points, 20 point whatever.
They've got the same backfield problem that, you got Sharbs taking all the work from KW3 and KW3 taking all the work from Zach Charbonnet, and it's very frustrating if you own either one of those guys.
The most frustrating thing I think about Kenneth Walker is the fact that when he actually gets the opportunities, he scores
Yeah.
balls out, but he hasn't scored a touchdown since week 3. When he had 18 points, then he had 12 points in week 4, and then he's just been falling into single digit territory. And that's not even a starting running back in fantasy. You do not start single digit running backs. Charbonnet, on the other hand, his ceiling right now, okay, 19.5. He had 2 touchdowns last week. He has 5 touchdowns on the season on the ground, which is 2 more than Walker. But outside that 2 touchdown game, his ceiling was 12.4, and he scored a touchdown that game. I don't love this backfield because of how they're using it. It's gross.
Yep.
It's mismanaged. They're both on bye weeks, so I guess this is a one. No, wait, no, I'm sorry. He was on bye week this last week, so they got Washington coming up. If Walker has a good game, trade him.
Trade him
away. If he has another pitiful game, we cut Kenneth Walker. This is bad.
It is bad.
Yeah, I guess if you have Charbonnet on your roster, you just got to use him. But that's the thing with Carolina; they have Hubbard and Dowdle, but Dowdle is also, I'm sorry, the 3rd leading rusher in the league right now in terms of yardage, because of 2 games where he basically had 400 rushing yards. At least Dowdle has more upside than both of the Seattle guys. So
I agree with that, but
it's
it
tough
feels like the
follow,
same
but
situation.
those 2 players are 2 players that I'm looking to trade as best as possible, as much as I can get out of them.
Yeah.
And who knows? They might turn it around. They might actually have a pretty good rest of the season, and that's great. In fact, because I said you might cut them soon, they'll probably turn it around and make me look like an idiot. So
great. Well, they can turn it around on somebody else's team.
Exactly, because
and not give me the headache anymore.
If we are waiting for them to turn it around on our team, you're not making the playoffs. It's too late. So package them with others to get a better player.
Yep.
But that's it. That's how it goes.
Yep.
Charlene, any last words for players, people heading into week 9?
I mean, I hope the injury bug doesn't get you. Best of luck. It's every week. Every week is so painful.
So
can we have 1 week of can we get 1 injury-free week? That will be the breaking news.
We could. Send me back to Italy. Them's the rules. Those are the rules. If I'm in Italy, nothing will happen.
We might have to test that theory and send you back and see what happens.
It's a little bit pricey to test the theory, but I mean, if that's the route, if everybody wants to chip in, my Venmo is my handle.
Canada is much closer.
But then the test isn't right. It's well, Justin was in Europe that time, so nothing happened. But he was in Canada, so he could watch the games. We gotta keep the test theories, the variables. You gotta keep the variables. Canada's a different variable. So go fund me Italy. Yes. Thank you.
There you go.
Let's start that. Hashtag send Justin back to Italy. Yeah. Well, that's going to do it for the show, guys. Thanks for watching. We are going to be back tomorrow. Josh and I will be back for our Start Sit show tomorrow at noon. So catch us then. Topher and Michael will be back tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern for their weekly ranking show. We have our DFS show Thursday night at 9 p.m. Eastern, which is way past my bedtime. And then Saturday, we will have our Dynasty in 30 show at 4 p.m. Eastern. And then Sunday, again, I will be making food in my kitchen again for the first time in what seems like weeks. for our last minute start sit show. So guys,
You know what you're making yet?
I think I'm gonna make steak and eggs.
All right.
Sounds good. I don't know. I don't have a guest. I don't have a guest. I don't have a co-host that day. So we'll figure it out. It might just be me. I don't know. Kind of lonely. So
All right.
guys, we're out of here. Thanks for watching and catch you next time.
Thanks for listening. Be sure to like and subscribe wherever you watch or listen to podcasts. We'll be back next week for more ways to win your league.